Now invite you to listen to the following lecture by Supreme Master CHINGHAI entitled, Try to Live a Happy Life, given on May 14, 1991, in Colorado, USA.
Supreme Master CHINGHAI's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit www.godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
You have to have an object to dedicate your expression to, right? Just like an artist, he needs a model or beautiful flowers in order to paint. Yeah, even the best one like Van Gogh or Picasso, they need the model, paint. Maybe the model are more beautiful than the objects, but at least they have something. When I paint it, I also need some objects. Yeah, and I made them more beautiful. I made them the way I want, not the way they are, but at least there's something to inspire you. So what I say to you is that try to live a happy life, yeah? Accept yourself the way you are and grow. Just don't stuck there, that's all. Whatever you are at this moment, you are okay. You're learning all the time. You make no sin, just mistakes. Mistakes like babies stumbling around when they learn to walk. That's all. And don't burden yourself too much with conceptions about sins and hells and things like that. These are made for films, not for us, the practitioner of light and sound, of the principle of God. For example, yesterday some Americans were there in San Jose and they wanted to get initiation. One has been on several paths and he has good path also, you get one of those 2 or 3 that have also light and sound, like us, similar, and also very famous masters and things like that. But then he say we wasn't satisfied with the teaching of the masters. The path is okay, I said to him, it's perfect, just the way the master expressed the truth or the enlightenment did not suit him. He thought it's too black and white, too rigid. So I said to him, well, don't just look at that. Develop your own. Master can only give a general guideline because he mostly talk in the public. Just that we should marry someone that we truly love. And to have any relation or any action with such a loved person is perfect. You never think of any sin at that moment. You never care about anything, And when you love each other, you forgive everything, including yourself, At that time, everything is pure. Once you're really in love, you put down everything. And everything you do in love is perfect, is pure. That's one of the commandments. Every commandment is good. It's good. It's not to make people feel sinful. It's not to forbid people what to do. It is just a real wisdom behind it. Just a true enjoyment that the old masters wanted to offer to us. I have also explained something about, for example, why we eat vegetarian or why we don't kill, Because we ourselves don't like to get hurt. If we act against our own principle, then it hurts us. And we have to feel guilty all the time until that person has to come back and kill us to finish with that guilty feeling, to make us feel deserved it, and cleansed. That's how we call it a sin, because it's the weight of conscience. And we feel so guilty that we couldn't forgive ourselves. Then God had to send that person that we are killed in order to clean us of this,
Some of the diseases related to meat consumption and or production: Q fever, norovirus, swine flu,
Ebola reston virus, Cured meats and fish increase leukemia risk in children. Antibiotic-resistant superbug infections from a strain of Staphylococcus aureus.
Blue tongue disease, E. coli, salmonella, bird flu, mad cow disease, or Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, 90% of the population at risk, pig's disease, or PMWS, listeriosis, shellfish poisoning, preeclampsia, Campylobacter, Clostridium difficile, diseases hidden in healthy-appearing livestock.
Some of the costs of meat eating. Infertility. Eating just one serving of meat per day increases the risk of women's infertility by 32%, with additional meat consumption increasing the risk.
Heart disease. Over 17 million lives lost globally each year. Cost of cardiovascular disease is at least $1 trillion a year.
Cancer. Colon rectal cancer. Over 1 million new colon cancer patients diagnosed each year. More than 600,000 colon cancer-related mortalities annually. In the United States alone, colon cancer treatment costs about $6.5 billion. Millions of people are newly diagnosed with other meat-related cancers every year. Diabetes. 246 million people are affected worldwide. An estimated $174 billion spent each year on treatment in just the United States.
Obesity. Worldwide, 1.6 billion adults are overweight, with 400 million more who are obese. Costs $93 billion each year for medical expenses in the United States alone. At least 2.6 million people die annually from problems related to being overweight or obese. Environmental. Use up to 70% of clean water. Pollute most of the water bodies. Deforest the lungs of the earth. Uses up to 43% of the world's cereal. Uses up to 85% of the world's soy. Cause world hunger and wars. 80% cause of global warming. Plus more.
Some of the costs of milk consumption. Cowpox from milking cows. Bacterial microbes, pesticides, and enzymes found in cheese derived from the inner stomach linings of other animals. Up to 80% of the calories in cheese are from pure fat. Breast, prostate, and testicular cancer from hormones present in milk. Listeria and Crohn's disease. Hormones in saturated fat leads to osteoporosis, obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Linked to higher incidences of multiple sclerosis. Classified as a major allergen. Lactose intolerance, plus more. For more urgent information, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/killers.
For example, when we do something bad to somebody, and that person, they never blame us, always treat nicely to us, then we feel even more troublesome. Is it true? Yeah. But if that person, in that moment when we did bad things and angry and slap us, we even feel better, right? Even though we don't like it, but we feel better, we feel we deserve it, we feel that's it. At least we are equal now, right? Even. We don't owe that person anything anymore. So it's cleansed. The same feeling when we do wrong thing, like we kill the other people. Because we don't want to get killed ourselves. We don't want to get hurt by feeling or bodily anything. Therefore, when we do that to other person, we are against our own liking. We normally like happiness and everybody treat us nicely. That is our principle. Now we treat people not nicely or we kill them, we are against our own belief. So that hurts us. Yeah, it hurts all the time until we make it even somehow. That's what it is called sin. Therefore, the commandments is only to tell us how to live in happiness by not doing things against our own principle. Not that we do, for example, if we don't kill that person, then we do that person a favor. It's not true. We do ourselves a favor because we keep our principle intact. We live truly to our own belief. We believe that we should not get killed, and then we don't do that. We don't make an example of killing, of the opposite to our principle. That is all. It's not a forbidden commandment. It is just a real, true wisdom. how to live a harmonious life. But if we want turbulence, okay, we do what we like. And some people like surfing, you know. They don't like a river. It's too peaceful. They like to go in the big waves and run around in the waves and get knocked in the wave and, you know, tumble into the sea water, things like that. That makes them happy. Actually, nothing is good, nothing is bad in this life. It's just your own choice that you make. If you like to have a more harmonious life, to protect your own principle, and then you try to keep God's commandments, which mean God's guidance, God's wisdom. Yeah? For example, marriage or non-killing. These are all to protect ourselves, to ensure a perfect happiness, if we follow that. Therefore, you see some people, they are very careless with choosing partner. They're never happy. They jump from one partner to another because it's not a true relationship. They know it. Therefore, they just have to change because they're not satisfied. So when you're truly in love with someone, you don't want to change anymore. Yeah? And that's what it is. That's why I say you should not have sex when you're not married. You're not truly in love. Because in the old time, people don't marry with certificate anyhow. You know, so that doesn't mean you have to go to the magistrate and register your two names or buy the rings. But it means a truly loving relationship. That's what it means. So some people get mixed understanding about all these precepts. You see, each precept is a whole well of wisdom, a spring of wisdom. And if we have to truly study it, it takes a long time to have self-experience, not to listen to the master only, but to truly understand what it is. It takes a longer time. But of course, when somebody else say to you, you have a little guideline, you know, and you can think better. You can spring up from these ideas, fresher ideas, and deeper understanding by your own finding. So it's faster to learn when you have a master, it's true. But experience you must alone. Only in that way your understanding will be deep, and meaningful. Anyhow, I share with you whatever I have, and you take what you need and discard what you don't. Also, individually, each one understands in a different way and accepts some portions of it and some do not. And some portion you also already know or have some vague idea about what it is. So once the master says something, emphasize something, you say, yeah, I know, got it, yeah. Confirmation, you know, then it's also fine, it's so good. Not that you need to hear anything always new, but to confirm, to hear something, to confirm your own idea and understanding of something is also very comfortable. Especially when you believe in some master and when the master says so, exactly like what you think, then you thought, wow, that's it. I'm enlightened, after all. Yeah, it's a very comforting idea, yeah? So there are many things also sometimes I experience, just a split second and it's gone, but it's beautiful. It doesn't last. Good thing never lasts. And these things, I cannot share. I'm sorry also. And also sometimes in private talk, I share with some people in a particular group or particular moment some very beautiful things which I cannot remember afterward and I cannot share with the second group. Even if I want to, it's different. So these things are the most regretful thing that I ever have. That the most beautiful things not all people can know. But anyhow, I believe that by telepathic ability, by the inner connection with the inner master, we will always pick it up. Once I speak in some places, it vibrated. in different direction, invisibly, and you will catch them up. And one day you wake up and have some beautiful ideas and you don't know where from. They came from there. Something came from something. It must have an origin somewhere. Nothing came from nothing. Nothing came from nowhere. It originates itself somewhere that we don't know. So anyhow, see, I'm very happy to see you. I don't know how happy you are, but I only know how happy I am. I didn't plan to come here so early, but don't need to always plan, huh? Sorry to give you such a short notice, just a few hours. But I'm happy that you respond in such an enthusiastic way. And I have heard that you have been practicing very hard, and I can see that on your face. I just saw 3 at the airport, and I know how you have been practicing, because you changed. Outside and inside, the manner, the atmosphere, the magnetic field changed, and the beautiful glowing face, it speaks the inner glory. The Guanyin method changes everything, inside out, upside down, wrong way around. It changes the tissues, even, of the skin, renew all the time. That's why the more you practice, the younger you look, the more beautiful you become. Haven't you noticed? Yes, of course. Yes. Well, yeah, some of them do. If you know them intimately before, and after initiation, or after a few months, you see the difference. Yeah. But if you see them every day, probably you don't notice much. It's like a baby grow every day, but the mother do not notice. But the outsider, they notice. Even though the mother know they grow, but it doesn't see it so clearly, like when someone just come back from a trip after a few months. So I was surprised. Even I myself was surprised to see that the 2 women who came to see me at the airport, they were so beautiful, so glowing, so natural, the skin, so glowing. And I asked them if they have been practicing. I said, yes, very hard. It shows, And also many others who came in America, in San Jose. There was one lady initiated long time ago. Lately I didn't see her so often, just a few months apart. And when she came to retreat this time in Taiwan, I was surprised. She's been so beautiful, and noticingly beautiful and pure in the face. And I said, what happened? And she said, well, I've been practiced, you see. I have practiced. I really tried to. And it really changed her so much. Therefore, I recommend that anyone in any level at all should meditate as much as possible. The more, the better, for our own benefit. Before we talk about anyone else or the blessing to the world or peace of the world and anything else, a big deal. Let peace begin with us by meditation. Beauty also begin with us by meditation. Everything changed with the Guanyin method, with the light and sound from God. Everything changed. That's why in Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu Tao Te Ching, I say the Tao, when you practice, it changes you into youth. Change the old one into a youthful one. In the Bible, it also says you have to become child again in order to be reborn into the kingdom of God. To become a child means you grow more youthful, but also it means the purity in the heart. The more you practice, the purer you become, until you see everyone is pure. And that's a very beautiful feeling. Money cannot buy. Everyone in this world seeks happiness, but it doesn't last very long. And all the cosmetics companies try to advertise for their product, but they don't know the secret. Many women practicing afterward, they don't really need to do so much makeup anymore. They can do it for fun, though. Yeah, it's nice to paint yourself if you couldn't paint any picture. And you are the perfect picture. Just add some more color and that's it. The best portrait, life, better than Mona Lisa. Many people like painting and picture, but why don't they like people's face, huh? People's face, when they paint a little bit, also nice. It's a temple of God. We should decorate. Yeah, if we are the temple of God, it's okay to decorate them with different flowers. So sometimes the motto is they stick, stars and moon, sun all over places. Maybe that's a good way to remind you of the kingdom of God within the universe. You couldn't have it within, you better have it without. Better than nothing. I think women are very artistic. Yeah? Otherwise, why all women like to paint? Paint their face at least, Men doesn't. But I don't know why other men are famous for being a good painter. Like Picasso, yeah? Van Gogh, many others, huh? Or men. Is there any women who are famous? Some, huh? Oh, yes. But not much, huh? But not as much as Picasso or Van Gogh. And funny enough, all the chef cooks, the best cooks also men. All the 5-star hotel hire men, never hire women for cooks, yeah. Don't you see? Very seldom I saw a woman chef. Did you? I didn't. Probably hide behind a Chinese restaurant, but not in the 5-star hotel, huh? Not in international hotel. Probably second cooks or something, but never the chef. Never the famous one. Also, master. Very rare you see a master woman, huh? Therefore, we make an exception. Just to shock people. Shock them into worshipping the feminine of the universe, the feminine aspect of God. Not to look at woman always as an object of lust or kind of lowly desire, but also I have to look up as divine. Also I have to be woman to point out the mistakes of our sex. We have many mistakes, many shortcomings, too much emotion, too short a temper, huh? Too less patience. But we have longing, and that's very good. We have very, very great longing for love. More longing than men. That's what makes a woman beautiful. When we long for something, we are eternal. We live by that longing. As soon as we finish longing for something, our life becomes meaningless. Yeah? Therefore, the life of the woman are more fulfilling, more satisfied in any way. Because they always long for love. And also very artistic. That's why God let women carry children. So I have an artistic influence. Yeah? Also tender care from inside the womb. If too much masculinity, the child probably grow up without tenderness. Yeah. I think the most happy group I ever met is in Colorado. Yeah, I also have the best impression from your group. Probably because of the very special landscape here. It looks so much like Himalaya. You don't need to go anywhere to find Babaji or what. You have Himalaya down here, huh? When I came here in February, it was so beautiful, so beautiful. It's better than some part of the Himalaya. More clean, yeah? And more trees. It's just very reasonable. Yeah. In Himalaya somewhere, sometimes too high, without trees. Too harsh, and sometimes too misty. Yeah? Here it was having snow, but the sky was so clear and beautiful. And the trees are all green. I like green trees. So probably the special landscapes and very small town, like village, make people feel more relaxed and homely, huh? It's not a very big city, no? No, huh? Thanks God. I do not feel good in big city. Yeah. So you're very lucky, huh? Yeah. I feel you are very special Americans. I have not met such fine Americans elsewhere. Probably I haven't met many. Yeah, yeah, it's true, it's true. Well, the impression is it's very, very fine. Fine. That's why I hurry up to come to see you. Any question?
So when you're enlightened, you still have people to stop you from doing things?
Yeah, you learn, you grow with enlightenment too. You don't get enlightenment and stop there forever. No, no, no. Yeah, I learn every day. I grow every day. I'm happy that I do. Otherwise, the truth is so fixed, so stale, and it's so boring. Once you reach it, you stop. Yeah? No good. The truth must be always changing, always new, always flexible. Yeah? Suit the mood of the enlightened person. Except the precept don't change. The precepts is our own principle about what we don't like. Like not killing because we don't like to get killed. That's all. Not because we should love that person, but we should love ourselves. Every precept is good for the one who keeps it. Yeah. So therefore it doesn't change. Okay? Like the love within marriage, this also should not change. Because if you change that, you just make yourself less happy, that's all. Huh? Okay. So when you couldn't love anybody, then wait. Then you find your loving partner later. And then enjoy. Yeah? Just like when we wait for the fruit to ripe. And then we can enjoy better than pluck it down in a hurry and it's just sour. Even when we are hungry and we love that fruit so much and we don't have another ripe one at the moment, but even then if we pluck one unripe, it will never satisfy our taste anyhow. So why bother to waste the fruit and waste our time and waste our apprehension and longing for the ripe fruit? So don't make a sin out of everything, please. Everything is beautiful in the right time, yeah, in the right situation. Many masters, they don't step out of their chairs because of fear. Yeah, masters have fear. That's the last thing that we could overcome. Fear. And fear comes from ego. The little bit of ego keeps the fear. Without ego, we fear nothing. Yeah? Because we don't fear to lose anything. The ego is the one who tell you that you have prestige, that you are the master, that you shouldn't do that, and you should do this, that everybody look up on you. You shouldn't disappoint them. Well, who knows who disappoints whom? Maybe you disappoint them by being so rigid. Yeah. But anyhow, the last steps is difficult, the most difficult to overcome for any master at all, even for me. I had to learn many things after being assigned to this job, this business. Yeah, I had to learn all the time. I grow all the time and every day, in pain and in joy too. Yeah. Just in different degree, but sometimes also very hard. I grow with the disciple. I suffer the way you suffer too. You can say that it's a collective bad karma, or the master has to take the bad karma for the disciple or what. I also see that as a way of my growth. It's nice to see that we are always growing, fresh, new, and never stop at one point. Like the Zen saying, there's the steps beyond the 100-foot pole. You know, once you climb from bottom to the top, to the 100-foot or 1,000-foot, whatever, yeah, to climb on the top of the pole, and you're stuck there. Now what next? You come down, or you jump? Take a leap. But most people are afraid to jump into nothingness. They prefer to hold on to the top. I made it to the top. How can I let go now? What next? So the truth is not a fixed nirvana or kingdom of God. It is a forever growing process. It's getting more interesting each day. The more we taste it, the more we long for more. It's not like an ordinary love relationship in the world. After sometimes you get bored. Doesn't matter how beautiful your wife is or how handsome the husband is. Yeah? Oh, yes, after 7 years or so, gets stuck. If you don't work hard, and probably slip out, finished. Mostly the relationship of husband and wives go out up to 3 years or 7 years, something like that. 7 years age, yeah. But the inner relationship with our own wisdom never get bored. It might get a little difficult at times, but not bored. Therefore, when you have difficult in meditation or kind of wanting to give it up, that is when you have some dry period. We call it winter time. Yeah. But it will go, it will go. Just try to do as much as you can. Even if one day you couldn't even meditate at all, sit there and fidgeting your fingers or what, yeah, clenching your teeth, and then just get up, take a walk, yeah, drink a beer with alcohol, or something like that. Go out and play guitar, go dancing, do something, and come back again, yeah, next day, or the next time when you feel like it. Do not try too hard. You'll come back. There's nothing else better in this world. Anyhow. So do not fear that you will lose your faith. You will not. You won't. You just take a rest. That's all. Yeah? You truly couldn't make it today, then take a rest. The next day, try it again. Yeah. I am afraid that there is nothing else which is better than what I have offered you. Otherwise, I would have offered you. Or I would get it myself first. I have traveled all over the world, met many masters, read so many so-called books. Well, I read enough to understand. Nothing's better. Even if I wanted, I couldn't get anything better. Therefore, try to work with the treasure that you had, even though you had it very easy way. Don't think it is easy. It isn't easy. You had to work many ages, hard, have good virtues, and good longing, sincere yearning in order to get that easy moment of initiation. Yeah, just you forgot. Yeah. So it wasn't easy. It wasn't a cheap offer, actually. But don't think it's an easy thing. No. There's a long process behind, long way up to the initiation time. You have to struggle hard on many levels, on many existences to make it up to that day. Whether you stay or you leave, it is the whole background, that decides, not just so easy.
I go back and forth between surrender and wanting
God's will,
Yeah.
and then asking God for things, and then feeling like if I ask, it may limit something greater that God has for me.
Oh.
How do I?
Oh, that's fine. That's good. It's good that you ask this intelligent question. Yes. You see, if we have to ask, then we ask. Okay? Then God knows how much to give. He shouldn't give in your limit, but He should give in His limit anyhow, if He is God. So why bother? Okay? Ask when you need to. Later you will grow up and give it up. Don't worry. God knows what you truly want. Yeah? Don't worry. If He doesn't know, it's His fault or her fault. Let's make Him feminine to please the woman.
I trouble with asking in the sense that I think God gave us everything. We don't believe. But it's
No, He does. He does. He does give everything. He does.
Plus His kingdom, it is truly, but nobody buys it, nobody believes it.
Yeah.
So what's the point of asking when
we already know?
What we need to do is tune in and allow ourselves to accept.
Yeah. Well, you can ask, say, oh God, I probably shouldn't ask you this, but but let me ask you anyhow, since it settled down my mind, and then whether you give it or not is up to you. Okay? You see what I need? Yeah. I asked, but you don't need to give what's not good for me. Okay? Just tell Him.
It is the Father's true pleasure to give us the kingdom.
Yeah.
And one day, it just absolutely, I said, that's true. It just registered.
Yeah.
And there was nothing, but absolutely nothing in this world that I wanted.
Yeah.
And from morning till night for several weeks.
You feel so blissful. Yeah.
And special delivery. It was the strangest things were coming from all directions.
Yes.
There was nothing I wanted.
Yeah.
So I really experienced.
This is fine. But also in the Bible it says that ask and it shall be given, knock and it shall be open. So it wasn't forbidden to ask. Yeah? But you will reach a stage when you don't want to ask anymore. Even nirvana, you throw it in the Ganges. Then you're okay. At that time you're fine. Now you need to ask, just ask. But He won't give you anyhow if it's no good for you. So don't worry. Yeah, He should know us better, no? So we can ask for anything we want, and then let's see what He gives. So don't worry that you get too much or too little, yeah? He probably take a break somewhere, yeah? Okay.
I have not been initiated for you yet, but my husband has been in Boulder.
You're allowed to ask anyhow.
Yeah, I just want to know, we're moving to Canada in 1 month, and I would like to be initiated under you, and I'm wondering when's the next time.
Oh, before you go to Canada, right?
Or if you come
in Canada,
to Canada
also okay.
Coming?
No, I have disciples in Canada, and you can get initiation from there through invisible line.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't need to be present at the initiation.
Okay.
Yeah?
Thank you.
I can be absent but present. Yeah. Okay, you get experience all the same. You can see me also over there if you're that high. Yeah. In China, there are many people who never saw me before but were initiated through my disciples. Each one saw the master. So don't worry, huh? Okay. If you want initiation, I'll send somebody. And the vegetarian diet's okay. I really appreciate your effort and sincerity. I'm really very touched for the Oriental people to be vegetarian. I feel it's natural because most of them love, raw food. For example, the Vietnamese people, they eat maybe 5 days out of the week with raw herbs and vegetable and sauce. You see, they don't always cook so much, and they don't always put them in oil. If they do it, probably just dip them in boiling water for 1 or 2 minutes. get them out and dip them in soy sauce. So for the Oriental people or Vietnamese people and Chinese people, Indian people to eat vegetarian, it is a normal thing. But for Americans, especially different culture, and the theory of karma, reincarnation, and vegetarian are not very well known in your country. So I do appreciate your sincerity and effort. Are you happy with the vegetarian diet? The bloodless food? You okay? Feel more nice? The figure get better and feel lighter, huh?
Some of the benefits of a vegetarian diet: lowers blood pressure, lowers cholesterol levels, reduces type 2 diabetes, prevents stroke conditions, reverses atherosclerosis, reduces heart disease risk 50%, reduces heart surgery risk 80%, prevents many forms of cancer. Stronger immune system, increases life expectancy up to 15 years. Higher IQ, saves 70% of a total cost of $40 trillion for reducing global warming, uses 4.5 times less land to grow food, conserves up to 70% clean water, saves 80% of the cleared Amazonian rainforest from animal grazing. A solution for world hunger. Free up 3.4 billion hectares of land. Free up 760 million tons of grain every year, or half the world's grain supply. Consumes 1/3 fossil fuels of those used for meat production. Reduces pollution from untreated animal waste. Maintains cleaner air. Saves 4.5 tons of emissions per U.S. household per year. Stop 80% of global warming. Plus more. Save your life. Be veg. Go green.
I haven't been initiated yet, would like to, and I do eat eggs, but they're for free-ranging chickens who haven't been fed hormones, and they're not fertilized, but is that still against the rules? I still shouldn't eat eggs?
Shouldn't.
Can I ask why? I'm just curious.
Egg represent reincarnation, and it gives you an impression of reborn. And if you want to go back again, you can.
No, I don't, thanks.
Okay. And also, egg attracts negativity.
Oh, it does? I didn't realize that.
It does. All the voodoos people know it. They use eggs to attract entities from people when they have to cast out this
evil spirit or
negative entities from some possessed person. They break eggs here and there, to attract that souls out. Because when a deceased spirit or a disembodied spirit saw eggs, they attract. They think they get reborn again and get a body again. You see?
I see.
Before they come in.
I see.
Yeah.
Thank you for
They come in and then take them out, broken, throw them out. Okay. Anyhow, you should know that. You don't know anything about black and white magic?
Not really.
And better not. I thought the Americans are well versed in all these kind of books. No? Fine.
Some are, but not
God
all.
save you. Good, good. But just to let you know.
Okay.
And also the smell is unpleasant, whether fertilized or unfertilized. Even if I allow you to eat them after initiation, you give them up eventually.
Okay.
After you practice for some time. If you truly, sincerely practice, you will feel so disgusted and revolted and you vomit out everything. Eventually, when your level is higher, you will give it up. Yeah? So I would not advise you to eat eggs. Okay?
Okay.
Try to avoid things which is harmful to us. Not that because of my commandment.
Right.
Anything I handed out to you is secret precepts for everlasting life. Not a commandment by force or by a kind of authority. You understand? Just secret formula for the entry into the kingdom of God.
when Christ was walking the earth with his disciples, most of them were fishermen.
Yeah.
And when they had the group gather around the northern Sea of Galilee, and he taught one day, supposedly, it came about dinner time, and there was nothing to feed except a young man had 3 loaves and a couple of fish.
Yeah, we heard about it all the time.
You hear this one all the time.
We had nothing else except the fish and the bread.
Yeah.
Who knows what he ate? May not be the fish what we think, the fish. Also, how can you feed 5,000 people with 3 fish and 2 loaves of bread? Or 200 loaves even. Yeah? Okay? So think about that. Magic. No fish. Only love and magic. Anyhow, this kind of magic any yogi can do. And get some water in again, just cover it with a cloth and open it, it become milk. Okay? Jesus don't need any fish. He learned a lot of yogic tricks and magic. He could walk on water and all the kind. This is only yogic trick. So anyhow, Jesus know a lot of these tricks, like healing the sick, yeah, walking on the water, making water become wine. These are typical Indian and Tibetan magic tricks. Yeah. So if he make fish to feed 5,000 people, these are not real fish. And if he could do that, why should he need fish to feed himself? When he could feed 5,000 people, he could feed himself easily. Don't worry about that. You read the autobiography of Yogananda. They feed themselves with air. They make a palace out of nothing. They light fire where there is snow and no wood. Don't worry about these people. They don't eat anything. Okay?
to become graveyards of animals. Hadith.
Jainism. A true monk should not accept such food and drink as has been specially prepared for him involving the slaughter of living beings. Sutrakatanga.
Judaism. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. Holy Bible. Blood, meaning flesh.
Sikhism. Those mortals who consume marijuana, flesh, and wine, no matter what pilgrimages, fasts, and rituals they follow, they will all go to hell. Guru Granth Sahib.
Taoism. Do not go into the mountain to catch birds and nets, nor to the water to poison fishes and minnows. Do not butcher the ox that plows your field. Tract of the Quiet Way.
Tibetan Buddhism. The offering to the deities of meat obtained by killing animate beings is like offering a mother the flesh of her own child, and this is a grievous failure, the supreme path of discipleship.
Zoroastrianism. Those plants I, Ahura Mazda, or God, rain down upon the earth to bring food to the faithful and fodder to the beneficent cow. Avesta.
I read one of your books, and there was in the back there were letters, and somebody was writing to you about the practice they were doing, and that they were staying away from the 5 roots, one of them being garlic. What's the deal with that? I mean,
nothing, no big deal. Eat them.
Good.
Eat them if you need, but they smell bad.
Okay.
Smell very bad. So make sure you drink a glass of mint afterward. For compassion's sake. Love thy neighbor. Yeah. Not every neighbor likes garlic smell. Yeah, that's okay. And, well, it is because in the old Indian time, these things are forbidden. Probably too expensive or too smelly. But nowadays I saw most of the places, even in the most famous ashram, they cook with garlic and onion, they eat it raw. If you like to eat them, you eat them. Just be moderate in everything, okay? Not to be too strict in everything, but meat, stay away, yeah? Because it has to do with killing, and that is your principle. Because you hurt your principle, and you will feel guilty. That's all, okay?
And what about cooking meat for other people?
Well, if they force you, then you cook. Well, if you could not turn them around to eat vegetarian, then cook for them, okay? But better not do it by profession, because you earn your money by blood, and that's also way down on your conscience. It's not that I forbid you. I just tell you the secret behind these things. Any profession to do with killing, directly or indirectly, must hurt you, must hurt your soul, because it's your principle that you're trespassing, that you harm, not other people's commandment, yeah? But you yourself don't like to be chopped into pieces and fed people or animals with it, yeah? You also love life. Animals do, because they have movement, they have relationship with other animals, and they have loving feeling. Therefore, they love life. They represent life already, some parts, portion of life, yeah? Therefore, they love life. And if we take away life, we take away a portion of our life. So we have to pay for it in some way or another to make up for the hole that we dig, okay? For the portion of life that we made lost. And we have to fill the role that we have taken away by force. Because that role was to be played by that animal until certain years, and you just take it away directly or indirectly, yeah? You take part in this crime. So we have to partially play that role somehow to fulfill the whole, to fill the missing part, okay? For example, in the theater, there are different parts, yeah? Different roles. And now if you knock down one of the actors, or the director fire one, then he has to look for another to replace. If not, then he has trouble. He will lose the job, he will lose the wages, he will lose the money, the whole performance will be spoiled. And he is the one who get trouble. Okay? All right. And if you have the director to do that or knock down that actress, then you're in more trouble. Somehow you have to pay for it, yeah, in some form, money-wise, or go to court, or go to jail, or play that role. Okay?
I just thought that you made some mention about picking up other people's karma.
We do any time.
Yeah.
We sit next to and we share half of the treasure.
Lucky for them.
Bad or good. Yeah, we exchange. And also, we do it by looking, by thinking of people, by just passing by sharing the same house, same toilet, same books, same food, same table, same chairs. Yeah, pick up some vibration from people. But what shall we do in this world? That's how we spread the blessing and minimize people's bad karma. That's why we should practice in order to spread the light, minimize darkness, yeah? Lucky for the people who are picked up by us, yeah? And lucky for us to do this service. That's why we're practicing, not only for ourselves, it's for everyone that we encounter, okay? That we think of, that we make acquaintance with, okay? That's why our practice is slow. Otherwise, after initiation, you'll be in nirvana speedily, in 1 second. But then, who will bless the world when you're gone? So you have to stay here, pay your debt, level the give and take, and at the same time, bless the world. Because after all, we are all connected with each other. Yeah? People who make the road for us, to build the airplane, build a house, everyone share a little bit of our blessing. We can't help that. Just like your income tax. It goes automatically. And the insurance and all things take directly from the wages without you knowing and without you even wanting. You can't stop that. The more you want, the more you have to pay. Okay? Same thing, we live in this world. We want a lot of comfort. Yeah? You see, we spend a lot of money. We enjoy lots of people's invention and services. Yeah? So when we practice, they are entitled to take away some portion of our blessing. Yeah? Of our merit. It's done automatically. You want it or not want it. It will be deducted. That's how your 5 generations, 6 generations will get liberated. That's how your friends and relatives will get blessing when they die because of your practice. Because they are connected with you, because they have done something to you, for you, because you love them, because they love you. Any exchange, mentally, physically, psychically, will be resulted in some payment, yeah, or some exchange, yeah. They exchange you for the bad, you exchange them for the good. But for the service they have done to you, or for the love they have given you, they deserve this. It's just a little bit more expensive on our part. But why should we calculate so well and so minutely with our brothers and sisters? Let them take what they can. Take all they need. Yeah? Everybody goes to heaven, we go to hell, okay? 1 or 2. And they couldn't bear it, they would take us up anyhow.
First of all, we want to say how much we appreciate you just dropping in on us. It's a great honor for you to do that, and we want you to do it again and again.
Thank you. We'll try. It's not far. It's not far from Los Angeles and San Jose. And I often go there. Yeah, because we have the main center there. So I would just pop in now and again.
I was wondering, you have referred to a woman god and to, are there many gods? Is there a hierarchy of gods?
Yes and no. Because God manifested himself in 5 different levels to guide you, to protect you, to see him. Just like the master manifests themselves in different plans. different places to guide disciples. That doesn't mean you have too many masters. You have only one with different manifestation of light body projected to help the disciples in different places. He manifests himself in different levels. As far as the bureaucracy is concerned, these gods are responsible on the road, on our path. Yeah? If you want to see the highest God, you have to go through this. And these are appointed by God to take you home. Just like the Master is appointed by the Most High to lead you home. Now you call God, it's no use. You have to call the Master and the Lords, because they are appointed to do this job. You can't make the President do the gatekeeper job, even though it is his palace. Yeah? Even if the White House belongs to him, you have to call on the bodyguard or the gatekeeper in order for him to let you come in. You have to call on the secretary, yeah? And those who are responsible for reception, yeah? Or lady in waiting in the Queen's palace, yeah? You can't call directly on the Queen and say, hey, I'm coming, Elizabeth. Are you ready? You can't do that. Even though you're a good friend, you know? If you want to see officially, first time, especially first time, you must make an arrangement with those responsible, okay? Now don't call on God. You don't know who God is anyhow. Everybody call God, 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 and nobody knows what it is, and you don't have faith on it. Otherwise they will not go on to do the bad things that they do. Yeah? They're calling God every day, and they're killing each other. They don't know what God is. They don't truly understand. Without initiation from a real master, you don't know what God is anyhow. Together with God, yeah? And call on the living master when you need something.
For the people that are not initiated yet, I've been meditating with your books and stuff. Is it okay to call your name?
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Many people like that, and they have wonderful experiences too, and the closeness. And also sometimes they get partially initiated in dream. And also they see the master come into their house. I'll talk to them too, if they're sincere. It works the same. But the initiation process is like that. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
You mentioned in Kuan Yin practice not to use your spiritual practice in healing work.
Right.
Can you clarify that?
Because it's a waste of energy. Too much wasteful to exchange diamond just for a piece of bread. Understand? And if a doctor, for example, he struggle hard to become a physician. I don't say healing is anything bad. Okay, if you want to be a great healer, then follow that path. But you won't reach any higher than just a physical healer or astral healer. Okay? Now, we are on the path to be above that, to heal without healing, to heal by look, by thinking of people, by love alone. And by the way, we have everything else as well. If you learn healing only, all you have is healing power and nothing else. And it's a pity. Suppose a medical man wants to become a doctor of medicine. And now, by the way, he saw the nurse is earning money, you know, while he's struggling with no wages, yeah, for 6-7 years. And the nurses just learned 2-3 years, and she can stick needles in the people's vein, and she take care of the patient every day and looks like she knows everything, you know. She's doing the similar things like as a doctor does. And she can even earn money at the same time. And while you're struggling all the time, you also stick the needle in, and you have to get scolded by another doctors and have no money. And it's the long way to doctorhood, you know, whereby the nurse is 2 years and she pop in and get money and everything else. It looks attractive. But if you give up your career as a doctor, then you stop at the nurse level. That's all. It's not worth it. If you want to be a doctor. If you want to be a nurse, okay, then it's worth it. Understand clearly the different path? There are many great healers. It's fine. But they can only heal the physical. They cannot heal forever. Whereby our path, we heal forever. You never come back, get sick, get old age, get suffering again. And even most of your illness are gone after initiation. Most of them are gone overnight. Many people are ready for cancer operation after initiation but no more cancer. For example, I don't heal anything, but I heal everything. You have to get that power of Almighty, all healing, all knowing, all satisfied, instead of only getting a part of the universal power and wisdom. That is all. Okay? Clear? Good.
You mentioned dreams. A few days before you came to Boulder the first time, a couple of months ago, I had a dream about some Chinese masters, and it's the first time that I'd ever remembered any dream about Chinese masters or anything.
You had no connection with Chinese masters?
No.
No, never.
It was you.
Okay. And then
later, a couple of days later, I found out that that you were coming to town.
Yeah.
And so we came to see you, and then I realized that one of the faces was you.
Oh. So.
And I just wondered, what significance that might have. Or
many people have that.
Yeah.
Well, they pick up the invisible transmission. Yeah. Just a kind of forewarning that the master's coming, to let you know that that one is a real one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he cannot interfere with your freedom. He cannot have free access into your mind when you're not willing to accept. Only a powerful master can do that. Just God wants to let you know that here the messenger is to be sent to you, and this is a real one. That's all. Okay?
Because it felt like an initiation.
Yes, sort of.
It was nice. Yeah.
Yeah. It feels comfortable. Everything feels comfortable after a dream is a good one. Okay? Many people get a different impression before I came. Even before I became a master, 20 years ago, many people saw me. They recognized it afterward, or 7 years ago, 10 years ago, or 3 years ago, or just before my disciple came, they also see me, things like that, These are arranged by the Almighty Power to let people know who is who. Some people need this assurance, you understand? Or, by your experience, many people get assurance, about who the Master is. It's arranged like that. It's a blessing for you.
We hear a lot about changes that are sort of supposedly imminent as far as the Mother Earth, etc. And I wondered how our practice relates to that situation. I hear from a lot of different sources about the end of
end of the world.
Well, end of this century in terms of ending an era.
Aquarian age and golden age.
Yes, and that there's impending changes, physical changes. Is that anything that relates to this practice?
Yes. It also happened because you changed. Well, it happened to you individually, no? You changed, you got initiation, you're vegetarian, you feel better now, and you're more wise, no? Well, in that case, it's true. The whole humankind get uplifted and turn themselves toward goodness and God. So, in a sense, this clairvoyant prediction is true. He comes back again.
Well, just a lot of people have made prophecies about the year 2000 being a significant time of change.
Yeah.
Not necessarily for the good.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, more likely the opposite. Because, again, 2,000 years ago, and Buddha and then Christ and so on. So the 2000 mark seems to bear some significance throughout history, and that's, I don't know if that was what you were kind of asking about or not, but there's a lot of change that is prophesized.
Yeah. So you want me to become another prophet? Make another prophecy, right? Well, my prophecy is, let's wait and see. The surest way is live until year 2000, and then we see what happens. It's more fun. You see, if you read the detective book and somebody tell you the end, is it no fun? I don't like to spoil the fun. Yeah? Why? What happened will happen anyhow, whether you say it or not. Where can you run to? How can you run out of God's hand? Let him play what he wants. We watch. Okay? We have no fear. We have no fear of anything. We play the game. Okay? Let's have that attitude, better than to know what happened in the future. Let's have the attitude of whatever happened in the future, I face it. You know, that's more brave, more courageous, and more fit for your dignity. Yeah? Than just to want to know things about the future and feeling fearful or resentful or anticipating some kind of boredom or disappointment or hurry, let's leave, you know, and things like that. It's not good. It affects our natural growth and affect our surprise. Not good. I don't like to know anything about future. If I have that gift, please, I ask God to take it away from me. I like to enjoy surprise. Don't you? Can you imagine you're born and then you know everything about your life? Wow. No? Do you like that? That you're born with clear book about every details in your life until you die. How many hair will be gray and how many teeth will be lost and how many lovers you have and how they treated you. And you enjoy all the pleasure and pain in beforehand. You like that? Good. And when you eat and when you taste it again, it's like second-hand stuff, no? And like already digested food. Yeah. That's right, yeah. Yeah, no fun, huh? No fun. I don't like it. The real wisdom is not to know the future. It's just to know the present. Yeah? Enjoy everything at the present. And don't worry about the past and the future. The most wise person is like that. The wisest man. Know nothing. I don't want to know anything. Have no desire. No desire. And no fear. Because no ego.
The United States of America, known as the land of the free, home of the brave, has come to symbolize freedom throughout the world. People from all nations and from all walks of life have called the United States home. The United States has welcomed them with open arms. Indeed, the famed Statue of Liberty is the embodiment of this dream. New York's public education system alone, its student body represents 145 countries. The United States has a deep affinity with Supreme Master CHINGHAI. With her boundless love and compassion, Supreme Master CHINGHAI has provided humanitarian assistance to many parts of the United States. In 1993, she sent relief teams to provide financial and material assistance to the victims of the 6 Midwestern states that were severely affected by heavy rain and flooding. On December 27, 1997, at the benefit concert, A Journey Through Aesthetic Realms, Supreme Master CHINGHAI generously contributed $100,000 each to the Vietnam Children's Fund and the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. The following year, at another benefit concert, One World of Peace Through Music, she once more contributed generously, with 2 charity organizations being the recipients of her love. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital received $150,000, and the Starlight Children's Foundation received a check for $100,000. Additionally, in the face of one of the worst human tragedies ever to occur on U.S. soil, on September 11, 2001, Supreme Master Qinghai responded immediately, sending relief teams from around the country and all over the world to Ground Zero in New York City. Supreme Master Qinghai's financial contributions amounted to over $300,000 to organizations aiding the victims. To this day, Supreme Master Qinghai continues to extend her loving compassion to all parts of the U.S., from Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, and Alabama, to California, Florida, Texas, Hawaii, and other states. Now invite you to listen to the following lecture by Supreme Master Qinghai entitled, Try to Live a Happy Life, given on May 14, 1991, in Colorado, USA.
Supreme Master Qinghai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit www.godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
I'd like to know if there's any relationship between negative energy in the world and things like natural disasters, volcanoes, earthquakes, and things like that.
There is a relationship. Negative energy came from our own bad thoughts and actions of the whole world, and it gathered into a force, and it affects us. Just a law of cause and retribution, nothing else. Okay? Don't blame any devil for anything. Devils, they only punish those who are sinful. But human beings, sometimes we don't know who is who. Punish everybody. Yeah? Repay goodness for bad. Sometimes betraying. Look at what Judas did to Jesus. Look at what the cousin did to Buddha. Huh? And you know what human like. Don't blame the devil. I think the devil have more sense of justice, huh? Of good and bad, of requiting kindness. Yeah?
My question is in regards to the meditative, the sound. Sometimes when I do some things or even focus inside my head, I hear similar sound almost whenever I feel like focusing. How does that relate to the particular sound practice that you initiated us in?
The sound that you hear is fine. Yeah. But then there are many different sounds you must know, and that you should know how to handle them and where to listen, which sound is better for you, etc. Yeah? And also how to strengthen them and how much you should do every day. Okay? It's good for you that you can hear that. And because you have some previous impression from last life that you have practiced to some extent with some master, and you didn't reach the final goal. Because you must know there are masters with different degree. If they are not up to the top, they couldn't take you there, even though they teach the same method. Yeah. Therefore, you stuck there. Now you have to come back and find the better one. Take you up all the way home.
Can you have chosen a master for your life now that is not in physical human form?
You want a disembodied master? Is that right? Is that what you mean? It's possible. It's possible. But he doesn't have the life force of a living master. Okay? The best is he will guide you to a living master if he's honest. Yeah, because only a living person can guide a living person. Everything has a law. Yeah? Just like only a living husband can satisfy a living wife. Doesn't matter how beautiful Napoleon was or whoever that was. Yeah. Okay? Because we are in the physical world. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in the physical world. Otherwise, God wouldn't make a physical world. Otherwise, God wouldn't send Jesus down. He would send a disembodied spirit, or he sent his own spirit. Why he has to make Jesus suffer in the flesh even, unnecessary, if it hasn't been a requirement for the spiritual progress of the disciples. Capito? Is that clear? Good. But anyhow, those ascended masters are working closely with the living master. They are helping each other. If you like Jesus, for example, once a while you will see him. Yeah, when you're up to his level, I pass him over. Yeah, if you like him, I will not stand in the way. I will introduce you to. Say, here. He likes you. But only through a living master, then you get the benefit. Because you have to pass through the physical level, to the astral level, and then to the causal level, etc. Those ascended masters, they are on the other level. Yeah? Astral or causal or upper. They are not in the physical. They cannot make you pass the physical without a physical guidance. So first you get a physical master, in case you like another master. Then when you pass through the threshold of the physical boundary, then the living master can hand over you to any master you like. Because they are all the same. They work in the same system. They don't compete with each other, but they are working for the same course of your evolution. But a physical master you must have. That's the law of the universe. That's why God said, I send my begotten Son to redeem you. Why should a begotten Son be in a physical body if it's not necessary? Yeah? Makes so much trouble. Yeah, he has to be born, and even from the virgin. Make a lot of confusion. And then all this myth about he's been a prophet since childhood, and then that he get lost in 13 years, and the church never answer where he has gone to, and what had he done in all these 13 or 19 years, and which he learned, whom he learned with, and which theory he has absorbed, and things like that. All this confusion. Why God makes such a mess if it's not necessary? Okay? He could have just make a formula of cloud or light on the heaven and call everybody by microphone, here I come, and then bless everybody at once, and then finish with. Yeah. You see? Fabulous. Any more question?
Regarding the sound from its, when you notice it during regular times without meditation, so it's okay to let that sound be there to notice it?
Yes. Enjoy it when you're not formally meditating on the sound. It is a blessing. It means the presence of God is there. Master blessing is there. Okay? The more, the better. But still do the formal procedure. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Because it's good for everything. Good for body, intellect, mind, temper, intelligence, wisdom. Yeah? Peace. Okay?
Sometimes with the meditation, I feel like I'm just going through the motions, and my mind is in fantasy.
Never mind. Yeah. You try your best. Yes. Let the mind does what he wants. You do what you need. Okay? The mind has nothing to do with you. As long as it doesn't make so much trouble and make you stand up to drink coffee when you should do the guaning, then it's all right. Yeah. It's habit, you know. It absorbs too much impression, it has to go out. Sometime afterward, that's why you have to clean it every day by the sound. One day has no more. Or at least has cleaned what is collected every day. Just like you bath every day. Yeah? Okay? Even though you collect dirt every day, you bath. Better than you collect and never bath. All right?
Thank you.
Because the impression, if it's too full, it has to be relieved. It has to be lived up to. It has to be released some way, physically or mentally. So you have to be reborn again. And if you cleanse it with the guaning method every day, then you have no more impression left when you leave the physical body. So you have no reason to be reborn. You have no desire, nothing new in your head. nothing you want, nothing fancy. So when it goes out, let it go out. So it's okay. Don't blame yourself too much. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. The Colorado people are doing fine. Yeah, I'm very happy. Yes, you're very much grown up group. I don't worry too much. I thank you. It's a very nice present for my birthday.
For 12 years,
Yes.
I have worked with Kuan Yin.
Yes.
And,
You mean you pray to the Kuan Yin Bodhisattva?
yes,
Okay.
through discovery.
Yes.
It is personal.
Yeah.
I feel
Oh.
it's between Kuan Yin and I.
Yeah.
And now I meet you.
Yeah.
And I hear I have to work with 5 more gods.
Yeah.
It's a little disappointing.
Uh-huh. No, Kuan
So
Yin.
what is my dilemma?
Nothing dilemma. You can invite Kuan Yin to join in, no problem. One more person is not too crowded. Okay? But don't start with Jesus and then another Buddhas and Bodhisattva and make 3,000 out of it. And then you have a long day. If you cannot put down Kuan Yin, then include it. Okay? Include it. Make it 6 names. Right? Kuan Yin is the compassionate power in the universe, the feminine aspect of God. Huh?
Well, these other 5, do they not meet Kuan Yin? Is that what you're saying?
They are Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is one of the masters of the ancient time. She was also born in this world and practiced the Kuan Yin method. That's why she get the name Kuan Yin, because she was enlightened on Kuan Yin method. Her real name is Avalokitesvara, means Kuan Yin. Okay? And after that, people call her Kuan Yin. Okay? That's all. Because in ancient times, probably people don't know names, yeah? So just she's enlightened on Kuan Yin method, and then she teach people Kuan Yin method. People say, oh, that is a Kuan Yin master. Yeah? For example, now, some people don't call me by name CHINGHAI. They say, oh, that is a Kuan Yin group. Kuan Yin master, that's her master, the Kuan Yin master. And this is a Kuan Yin group. That's it, okay? She is no God, and she is not God. She's just one of the masters of the ancient time. And she was so famous that the legend spread all over the world, just like Jesus or Buddha. Okay? And the people mistake these for the ultimate truth. Just repeat the names of Jesus or Buddha or Kuan Yin or whatever. Well, we won't get nowhere with it. Okay? We just get some certain blessing and certain kind of satisfaction, but we won't get the whole self-realization or God realization. Just repeating the name of your father won't make you become like him. You have to learn the way he did. You have to do what he does. Yeah? Imitate his way. Try to be responsible like he does. And then, repeating his name, strengthen your faith in becoming like your father. Okay? And understand your father. And have a good impression. Yeah? If you just repeat your father's name without doing what the father's doing or does or did, then it won't help you. Logical? Yeah, good. I used to repeat the names of Kuan Yin, and I got uplifted too. I was very specially related to her. I thought. Now, I let her go where she wants. Yes, okay? She's fine, but why should I hang on to her?
I've heard that Kuan Yin has other names.
Yes.
I never knew that she was
I know,
incarnated.
they all one anyhow. It's just a compassionate presence, just a compassionate power, manifest in different bodies. Like Jesus was. Jesus said, well, I left and I will send a comforter to you. Who is a comforter? Except the one who has the same power and prestige. Otherwise, the disciple cannot be satisfied with less. Huh? Okay. And then somebody asked Jesus if he was Elias or whoever it was. Jesus was silent. Silent means okay. Silent means agree at that time. Otherwise, he would say, no, I'm not. He didn't say anything. Actually, it's only one power. Manifest in different bodies at different times. Suit different mood of the people. different era to lead people?
Master, since I have been doing the practice for the last several months, sometimes I have I cry quite a lot, which feels like releasing, so that I can go on.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
That's good. You have to cry at least once a day.
Yeah.
Yes, that's your method. You know, it's not only the Guanyin method. The Guanyin method is only the starting point. And then the master give each one individual extra method as well, you know, extra push. So someone would cry, someone would laugh, someone would feel happy, someone would feel a little bit remorse. But things change all the time, you know. You can't always feel happy, or you can't always feel regretful. You just feel improved each day by whatever way you are put on. The Guanyin method is a complete one. It gives you everything that you need, guides you in every direction that you want to go, and give you all kind of instruction that you need for your growth, okay, inside and outside.
My question is continuation from my previous one in regards to the sound. You said I have to know how to strengthen, and how do I do that? When you say strengthen it, what I'm asking is, for example, at home when I'm alone.
Even when you don't do the Guanyin, you still hear the sound, right?
Yes.
Because of the blessing of the master, yes. But you must always do the proper method in order to strengthen this sound.
I see.
Not only doing that by focusing, and also by the proper method, it helps everything also. Forget all the mantras. Mantras are all from second plane only. Couldn't reach you. Forget all about that. Only the inner sound is the best mantra. Came from the higher source. The mantras are actually the inner sound, which is written down by ordinary language for the spiritual diary of the old ancient practitioners. And people mistaken that for outer sound, and they just repeat it. For example, Om, we hear that inside. Om, 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 Mani, Padme, Om, Mani, Padme, Om. We hear that inside. That's the real mantra. It's not to repeat by mouth. It is to have to hear it. For example, the ancient master or the ancient practitioners or disciples, they practice. And then they hear this kind of mantra. Or sometimes the master teach you different mantra in a special case. And then after that, they write a spiritual diary, just like I teach you to write spiritual diary for your own comprehension and also checking your progress. And you write it down and say, today the master teach me Om Mani Padme Hum, and then she say it cures the headaches. But that means inner master. It doesn't mean that I say it physically, but it's inner master. And some disciples, sometimes they have struggle with their body or with spirit or mental burden, and they meditate and they pray, and they saw the manifestation of the master CHINGHAI or whatever that name of that physical body, and teach her different mantras. Say, today you repeat this. 100 times or something, or 10 times, then you feel better. Okay, after that, good. She feels good. And next day she repeat that again, and the master come, the manifestation, the light body, not the physical one, come and say to her, no more. You have finished with the problem. You don't need that mantra anymore. Okay? And probably next time they have a different problem, master give a different mantra, just temporarily use. And then she put it down on her fist. I know at least one or two persons in this way. They write in diary and they say, today the master taught me this mantra, and my headache, a terrible headache is gone, or my problem is solved. So the later generation probably get hold of this diary and think, I know how to cure a headache. Repeat this mantra. You see? So you see, most of people repeat mantras without any effort. But some mantras, because of the force of the person who repeat it, do produce some incredible result. Depends on the force of your faith, your mental power, not the mantra. Anyhow, after you practice Guanyin method, you forget all the mantra. The best way, if you need any, the master will teach you inside or in dream. Okay? before and after. Yeah, the immediate. I mean 5, just figuratively speaking, would be 100. And anyone that connects with you or you sympathize with will be saved, liberated. Not became Buddha, but liberated.
Are a teacher,
Mm.
you have many children, and you do a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
And that's very good.
Yeah, that's how we bless the world. Well, that's how we uplift the world, by our power of practice. That's how the world gets better and better each day. Don't you see how civilized we are now? After so many masters has been here. True, we are more civilized than before. We don't kill people and eat them and roast them on the barbecue. We do it less. We were more barbarous before. We have more comfort now, more inventions now. Life is more comfortable, more civilized, more clean. No, everything is better. It is because of the effect of the masters who has set foot on our earth many of generations and bless us by and by. Each time they grace our earth, and also their disciples. The power of the practice of the disciples uplifted the evolution of the whole race of mankind. Of course, we still have disaster and war and terrible people, but it's less than before. Before, there was no justice. Anyone can kill anyone. You know, if you have money, you can do it. Or if you have power, you can kill anyone you like, a thing like that. You were not protected. And even women, they are forced to marry anyone that has power and money. And you understand that influence in the village or in the town or whatever, you know all the story. Now we don't have that. And less, I mean, probably still are somewhat, but so much less, yeah? Almost disappear all this kind of avoidable situation, okay? So we consider ourselves more civilized. Not because of the apparatus that we have also, but the mentality of the people, okay? So it has some use, huh?
I had a dream that I was meeting Nazis, whole army of them. They were marching. And you know,
Terrible.
I felt very bad.
Yeah.
And in my dream, I was blessing them.
Yeah.
I was doing blessings.
Yeah. And then?
Is it okay to bless people?
Well, in your dream, yes.
Sometimes when I hear the siren, you know, the police or the ambulance, sometimes in my heart I bless these people because, you know, I want to send my love to them.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's always good to send love. But do it naturally and not too much with ego. Okay. Just sympathize with everybody. The best way is to love all mankind and all beings, yeah? Not a certain group of people. But of course you can't always remember that. So whenever you remember anyone, bless them if you want. We have enough power. Bless the whole world.
I know you said the outer sounds, but there are people working with sound now and trying to help people relax, like on sound tables and music and
that's fine. It's fine.
And do you see this as a
it's good to
future
certain
medicine
extent.
where we won't be doing as much surgery, but more using
No, it's
sound?
good. It helps. It helps. If it helps people, it's fine. Doesn't matter what kind of thing they use. Music helps people in some certain extent. Yeah, it does help. The outer sound helps.
Okay, thank you.
It helps because of people's psychological feeling and thinking. For example, if you hear the sound of a tiger roaring, then you feel frightened. Okay? If you hear the sound of soft-spoken singer, you feel very lovely. So it's a psychological effect, of the sound. Yeah, it does help. Also the babies, when they're frightened and cry a lot, and the mother come and sing lullaby, they feel better, no? It helps everybody. It's just that we are on the path of GØNG, and often we do not feel that the outer sound is any more attractive. That is all. Even outside music become too noisy for us after some time of practicing Guanyin method. Don't you have this experience? You do, huh? Yeah. Are you satisfied with the sound? Yeah, it's good. Music works, help people with mental unbalance and also stress, ease stress and things like that. Because it's very close to the inner. You see the inner music? Similar to the outer.
It has its own life when there's a group and the sound.
Yeah, it's not only the sound, it is the force of the group, the power from the blessing of the good-hearted people.
The group and the sound and
yeah, it makes the atmosphere different, and it makes people feel more secure and more loved because too many people care for them. A group of people to sing just for them, you know, they know it. And they feel loved, and love can ease everything, sound or without sound. But because people are people, without practicing, they have to grasp on something. You know, if you sit with them and just hold their hand and don't say anything for 2 hours, they get nervous. So you better chant, you know, or pray. And that's more normal for them. But all the while, it's not only the chanting or the singing, but it is your love, invisibly, that they feel. But the silence frightens everybody because they're so used to without a noise. That's all. But after we practice Guanyin method for sometimes even the outer music become too noisy for us. We don't feel attracted anymore to any of these outside music because we know better one. Yeah, more attractive, more real, more uplifting.
I have a question about bugs.
Bugs, yeah.
Now, generally, I like to leave bugs alone,
yeah.
But
they bug you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my dog, during the summer now, gets ticks. She likes me a lot.
Okay.
And I take these ticks off her, and then should I let them go? Can I kill them?
Don't kill them. Throw them somewhere else. Somewhere that they can survive. You know what? I can only tell you something about the Buddhist monks. In the precepts of monkshood, they do not kill anything, including bugs. Sometimes bugs grow also on people. And I see in the precept book that the monks has to take these bugs out of their clothes one by one and then put them in a warm cotton place with oil on it so that they live on oil. Try to keep him clean. But he go out and rub with other dogs and they share everything. No choice. That's why in the Buddhist precepts, monks or practitioners of Buddhas are not allowed to keep animals. Okay?
It's sort of a stupid question, but I have this phobia about spiders.
Yeah.
And when I see them, I pretty much want them to die.
Oh. Why? Okay, take them out for a walk.
I don't even want to get near them.
Oh, you get a kind of a big jar, as big as you can get, so you don't have to be very near to them. Plastic jars or even a big bucket, as long as you can handle easily. Just put them inside, get something thin like a piece of cardboard, and cover it like this. Take him out for a walk, throw him on the rock or something. He'll be happy, and you too.
Okay.
We love him. Yeah? Easy. So
Thank
easy.
you.
So easy. Spider is easy to handle. Bugs are not. Bugs are armies of them, right? Spider only 1 or 2. So easy. They won't harm you. Okay? Just get a big jar so you don't have to be too near and feel frightened. A plastic one, cover it, get it, and then go out.
I've been doing a kind of healing work, and in that work, I kind of depended on being able to feel my chakras to sort of regulate my own self. And since initiation, I can't feel anything down here. I can only feel 6 and 7.
That's best.
And I was wondering, should I stop doing that work, or should I mean, something has changed. And
You are aware of the change or what?
yeah, something, it's definitely a strong change,
Sure.
and I kind of don't know what to make
Sure.
of it.
Would you rather stick up down here? Huh? The higher the better. I take you up already, don't go down again. It's difficult to go up. It's easy to go down. You know, mostly people stuck down here, they couldn't hardly grow up. Difficult to leave it. And you just do it automatically after initiation. You should thank God 1,000 billion trillions of times for meeting a right master. And don't regret anything else. Change the job if you need. God is more important. But if you don't have any other job for living, then you are allowed to continue. But always centered on here. Don't go down again. This is only the first or second world. You don't want to be there. You know the highest one is here. Okay?
Because I'm spending more time sitting in meditation, I'm wondering what would be a very good, quick, easy exercise for my physical body. I'm doing less of it now that I'm meditating more.
But you don't exercise enough by housework?
Well, I sit
and running up and down?
Well, maybe I do, but I do sit also at my work.
Yeah.
So and then I come home and sit and meditate.
Get up and do some kind of push-up, or, you know, children when they rope and they jump rope, it's okay. Do it lightly, not too hard. Or do some exercise. Well, I'll teach you later outside, okay?
I have a question. Master, a number of years before I came in contact with you, I have been seeing light.
Good for you.
Is that phenomena connected to
previous life? Yeah. Also because you have met some other masters before me.
I see.
And they are also good ones. Yeah.
Thank
They'll
God.
give you some blessing. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. Without you even asking for it. Anytime you meet a good master, a high-level master, or God-realized master, they bless you. Just by looking at you, just by being with you, just by thinking of you, or just by you thinking of them, or just by accidentally passing by. Just a look. Give a lot of blessing and affection. And should that master is the highest order, then you get the best. You get liberated. So, thank you. You're welcome. Very intelligent group. Supreme Master Qinghai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit www.godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
We thank you for your compassionate presence on today's Words of Wisdom. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more uplifting and constructive programs, 24 hours a day, every day of the week. With heaven's blessings, may all beings on our beautiful planet coexist in peace, love, and happiness.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/WOW.